In the last video, we talked about a design study in the research study design in quantitative research. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to focus on more about a qualitative research study. So here's a list of the different study designs. This is not all of the qualitative research study, but this is most common used ones. The first one is the case study. Case study is in-depth exploration of a typical case of a particular event and group or instance. So a case could be an individual or group or community instance, event, subgroups of population, or a certain location, a town or city, state, to be called a case study. It's very important to treat the total study population as one entity. In a case study design, the case you select became the basic of a thorough, holistic, and in-depth exploration of this aspect you want to find out about. It is an approach in which a particular instance or a few careful selected cases are studied intensively. So a case study must have boundary system, an entity in itself. A case study should focus on bounded subject or unit that either very representative or extremely atypical. So I think like online promoting e-books for a typical author, that would be a good case study. Case study design is based on assumption that the case being studied is typical of a case in a certain type. I think being an author, wanted promoting their book, selling book online is very typical situation. And a single case can be provided insight into an event or situation prevalent in a group from where the case being drawn. So after you study the cases can apply to this one type of situation, then it could be a case study. In selecting a case, you usually use a purposive or judgmental or information-oriented sample technology. So in this design, you're not trying to select a random sample, but a case that can provide you with as much information as possible. And to understand the case is entire case. So you're going to gather all the information you can get, which is available to you to understand the situation entirely. So I think we're going to do this case study about this author ebook promotion from different angles, like how to push the information to the general users or target users to identify after identify the user groups. And also we want to converting the visit read to purchase read once they get to the website. So if your focus of your study is a group or community, you should spend enough time to build a good rapport to its member before collecting any information. So I think to study about who is in the group is very important by either in-depth interview with a client and study the group, who is the target user, also maybe using the secondary record, gathering data through the observations later on when we study how to improve the interface or user experience for book selling online or mobile platform. So everything we do, the research design, is around the case. So the second one is a focus group and group interview. We did talk about this before, like focus group was good things and bad things about it. It's basically having multiple people represent from multiple angles. It's going to be an open discussion. You have maybe a semi-structured list of topic, and people can extend it, answer questions. And you can hear different voice and can collecting more information from different angles, but sometimes can be dominated by certain peoples. So the focus group is a form of strategies in quality research, which attitude or opinions, perceptions toward the issue or product, service, or programs are exposed through a free and open discussion format between the members or within the members of the group or researcher. So group interviews are facilitated group discussions, which in research issues and ask questions and stimulate discussions. So it is a popular method of finding information in almost every professional or academic field. For example, if we want to improve our informatics program to provide the student a better learning learning environment, and also serving better way to supporting the job or career later. So we're going to collecting a group of students, faculty, or expertise in the industry, and have a focus group interviews. So that will be a good example for a qualitative study on that topic. And participant observation is researching getting involved in a different type of interaction. Don't have to be social interaction. For example, we observe a user experience UX for using software or interface of book selling or family reunion, and to find some problems they have. So the observation could be the modern observation not only just done by experimental environment, like kind of controlled experimental environment use, kind of observing the user using the system, but also doing the interview observation online could be a new format. So people recording the disability study on an interface and talk loud, and so could be done remote, and they can capture with the camera, and you can see the user interface. To see the monitor's interface for the mouse movement. At the same time, you can see the facial expression of the user when they get kind of don't know where to go, and you will encourage them to speak loud and to giving more information. So community discussion forum is going to be like just general discussion forum for a particular topic. Those are more probably fits for more social study, that kind of subject, but you can dig out a problem when you go through the discussion, and can reach much more general audience and giving more opinions. And reflective journal log is a kind of diary of a researcher's thought. And just like I asked you guys doing reflective summary in the HCI course, Human Computer Interaction course. So you get a journal and kind of recording what your thought is whenever you have something inspire you, you're going to put there. So throughout the logs, then you will see how the thought is going through. And so it's a record of your thought as you went through, notice something or anything, talk to someone and participant in activity, observe something, and so just help you to record that message and don't get those lost. One of the example is for our capstone class. We need to have reflective journal logs for early designs, and later on when you have better designs, I don't want to erase all the early designs, because some people starting to design the new version and on top of the old version didn't keep the old version. Now we don't know what your journal is as long as the design and implementation part. Like each time you having a design, you need to make a record, make a log of those records. So later on when you're writing a capstone report and you have something to put in the report, how did you develop each version, each cycle, and to improve the interface, to improve the final result. So, and also all those, if it's by handwriting, open question surveys, all those need to be recorded as well. So that's a most often used qualitative research method. So again, those methods sometimes overlap with the quantitative method together, combined together, and serve for one research topic. So depending on what you're going to use, what method you're going to use, what design you're going to use for your research topic. So your assignment for the coming Thursday is the first one is repeating what the research question you choose your topic on. So what the question is, what your research topic is about. Again, you're probably going to go back to the assignment, very first week assignment, and go back to refine your research questions, research topics. And then what design will be used for collecting data to answer your research questions. What's the study population? We did the stakeholder map, so based on those, and who is the study population, and what are you going to find out from this research? So that's you go back, refine your week 1 assignment and answer those questions. And second is I want you to, based on your research topic, you give a different way to do a research design for your topic. You've given me some example of experimental research design for your topic. Give me some of the survey you can use for a research topic. Give me focus group, interviews, participant observation. So each of those can be used for your topic, and by identify study population, number of contact with study population. Remember that determines what type of what category the quantitative study there will be. The reference period study, procedure data collection, ethical issue could be an advantage of study design and disadvantage of the study design. So that's the homework for this week, and it's due by Thursday. I'll see you on Tuesday though.